So, but I do want to talk a bit about that, actually, before we get into...
Absolutely.
So for those that don't know who are listening to this podcast, I also started a nonprofit called We Event Organization, which is kind of a little bit on hiatus right now, but we as a community, people who are supporting We Event, helped raise money and a donation for a pass for Heather to attend Dream State, which is a all trance event in Southern California in San Bernardino every year around Thanksgiving
November.
holiday.
Yeah, November.
And I've gone in past years, but I wasn't able to go this past year with Heather. But she was able to go with some friends, and it all worked out. We raised a little bit more money along with the ticket for her to be able to go. So I do want to kind of get your assessment of being able to go to Dream State. And side note, if you hear any background noise on this recording, I apologize to anybody listening. So yeah, Heather, talk about your experience at Dream State. How was it?
Of course, absolutely. It was the most amazing experience in my life because it allowed me to meet with some of my trans family friends and fans who I have not met in person yet. It was awesome. And they were just so glad to see me. But the one big thing that I have to say is that people recognized me through social media. They were just coming up to me out of the blue, like, excuse me, are you that blind trance DJ I'm following? And I'm like, yep. And that was just something I was not totally expecting, because yes, I was going there to network, but not just for that. I was going to have fun and just have a good time and enjoy it. And of course, my all-time favorite DJ that I saw there was Ferry, but I also got to enjoy Giuseppe Ottaviani's set, along with Ali and Phila. And my favorite song is all about the melody. That's the one that they opened up with, and I definitely think that that's a very true statement about trance, which is why that's my favorite track from them. And then Giuseppe played Transland, which that's another one of my favorite tracks from him as well. But yeah, I just was like, wow, this is incredible. And when I was telling everyone about that, like, hey, guess what was going on? They were like, what? That's so dope and blah, 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 blah. They were just so happy for me. So, and of course, my favorite part was when I got to enjoy my new favorite drink from there, which is a Dreamalicious, which was made with vodka, Sierra Mist, gin, blue triple sec, and rum.
That sounds intense.
It is, but but it was pretty yummy.
I bet. So, I mean, agreed. All About the Melody is one of my favorite Ali and Phila tracks as well. I mean, I like Ali and Phila, and I like the label Future Sons of Egypt just because they're all about the uplifting side of trance.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
So that's awesome. And Giuseppe Ottaviani, he's just a master. Side note, he's been doing a lot of quarantine sets in the last couple days, so that's been nice to see.
Yeah.
He did a vinyl set a couple days ago, which was out of this world. It was all classics.
Sweet.
So anyway, so that's great. So I was glad that people recognized you and they were coming up to you. You kind of mentioned that wasn't like your goal, the networking, but did anything for you, like maybe career-wise or meeting people at Dream State, help maybe going forward?
They didn't actually give me any opportunities, but it was just so amazing to me because I felt that by that happening that I was like, whoa, that's going to open so many doors for me because who knows? I mean, one of those people who recognize me can easily hit up one of their friends on Twitter or Instagram or whatever and be like, yo, I met this amazing DJ at Dream State last year and get that she's blind. She has no side, but yet she's still following her passion. She's still doing what she loves. You need to check this girl out. And you know what I mean? Like, sort of like what Ferry's doing, like where he's just like, hey, I know who you are and I'm proud of you and the whole 9 yards, as my friend Travis would say.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad we were able to help make your dream of going to Dream State a reality, because I feel like no matter who you are, everybody should have the chance to go to maybe their favorite event that they've always wanted to go to. So that's why I started We Event, and I was glad we could help make that happen for you.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'm glad that you guys are too, because I wanted to attend, not just for networking, but to show people that, look, regardless of your limitations or who you are, you can still get out of your comfort zone and get out there and meet people who share your interests. And I'm just really glad that over the years, I've met so many people in the trance community, even here in San Diego, because as I mentioned to you before, we do have a trance event, excuse me, we do have a trance event down here as well, but which unfortunately at the moment is on hiatus because of what we're dealing with right now. But yeah, basically everybody's always been like, what, that's so dope that, and when they find out that I'm blind and that I'm still following my passion, and I'm glad that so far no one's ever like given me any judgmental comments or anything like that, because it just shows that they want to respect me and appreciate me for who I am. And I'm glad that they never had any doubts about, well, I'm not sure if you're going to do this because XYZ. Because like for example, like, oh, how do you get to the DJ booth if you can't see? Which I know that's a silly question, but a lot of times, sometimes people may ask questions like that because they don't know.
Right. Well, that's awesome. So, we kind of alluded to a little bit about this. So that kind of is a great transition into, for those that are new to this podcast.